Hello and welcome to the Transformation Gospel TV. How are you? Hope you've been enjoying wherever you are. I would say the weather, but I know people watch from different parts of the world. So I hope you've been having a great time. And if you're not having a great time, may God be with you, give you peace, His comfort, His holy presence. Understand? I'll give you the strength to go through whatever it is that you're going through. Because we are going through something. And I'd like to say, as usual, thanks for the likes. And if you haven't liked, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me hear your feedback. Right? Am I going to hear your feedback? I will, right? Good. You promise? You sure? Don't make promises you can't keep now? Okay, I believe you. All right. This is going to be a quick video. Going to be a quick video. Is it worth it? There's a lot of things I have to ask. Is it worth it? You look at life and you say, is that worth it? Is this worth it? Is he worth it? Is she worth it? The Bible says, what does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? It's not everything people do we have to do, because we all travel down our own journey in life. We all have a path that we travel down that other people can't travel down. So it's not everything that people invite you into, you must do. Because God didn't call you to be like someone else. So why try to impress someone else? Is it worth it? I don't know if you've ever experienced this, someone invite you to go somewhere or do something, and it leads to trouble, except the trouble falls on you, and the person that invited you got away with it. Was it worth it? You see, it wasn't worth it, was it? Because it all fell back on you. You have to learn to follow your heart and not people sometimes. Because if you follow people, remember, they're on their own journey. They're going through their own experiences, you understand? They're living their own life. You have to live your own life. Travel down your own path and see where it takes you. Not where other people's path take you, This time, you see, some people's only supposed to be in your life temporary. And I've said this before, some people is either in your life to be a blessing, you understand? Or a lesson. But it's not everything people tell you to do, you must do. I invite you to do, you must do. You must know who you are. And you must, like I said, follow your heart. Because the Bible says, off the heart spring the issues of life. Someone else is just going through their own issue, and they're bringing you in their issue, and you don't even have a clue what's going on. So you have to think about what you do. Think about your action sometime before you do it. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's a choice you have to make, you have to ask yourself, is it worth it? You have to think of the end result, because the Bible also says there's a way that seems right to a man, a woman, but in the end, it leads to death. The Bible didn't say woman, but I'm sure the word is for man and woman, you understand? In the end, it leads to death. You might see a woman you like, or you might see a man you like. Why? Because of this, the face, or whatever. They got money, or I don't know. Or you're not thinking of your heart, you're thinking of something else. But you have to ask yourself, is it worth it in the long run? Because you see, you let some people in your life, and then you end up back to square one in a very bad place that it took you some time to come from, you understand, to come out of. And I know some of you question your age and question yourself and said, I can't afford to go through this again. Even in love, even in relationships, yeah? You have to ask yourself, can I go through this again? Am I really built for this? Is it worth it? This is a question for you to ponder on. I don't know what you're going through, but you have to ask yourself, is it worth it? Whatever the problem is it worth it? You see, God, God's got a plan for you. And his plans are worth it. People's plan ain't worth it. We have to remember some people's put in your life as well to take you off your journey, to take you off your path. This is why you have to, like a little child, you have to question everything and say, is it worth it? Is it worth my soul? Is it worth my salvation? Is it worth my peace? Is it worth my happiness? Make sure whatever choice you make, whatever situation it is, make sure it's worth it. Ask yourself, is it worth it? Is that person worth going hell for? Is that job worth going hell for? Is going down that road with that person worth going hell for? Because sometimes you might make the wrong choice and get what you want and lose all that you need. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? I'm going to leave it at that. Have a good evening, good night, good afternoon, good morning, whatever the case may be. Is it worth it? Peace.